He's a bit of a lad. But anyway, I just don't know. I mean, years ago, and it being a long, long time ago, it would be pretty much unheard of to even have a condom in the first. I mean, I can recall. It's an interesting story in itself. Like, I can recall, say, for instance, the back end of the 1970s, right? There was no contraception in Ireland. There was no pill. There was no morning after. And there were certainly no condoms whatsoever. They were 100% illegal. But if you're 17 or 18 or 19-year-old and you're still living at home and you have girlfriends, you kind of need them, don't you? You really do, even in 1978, 1979. So unless you were living in your own, I was ultimately in bedsits and flats, but there was a period when I was at home where I would have to wait until my parents went on holidays for a week or for 10 days to time the post. So the condoms would come from England and nobody would notice until one day upstairs, I recall my father being absolutely disgusted when a condom fell out of my wallet. And I said I was minding it for somebody, actually, incidentally. I don't think he believed me, but they were dark days and they were different times. Yeah. And I recall another time when I was in a relationship with them where a condom fell out of a wallet onto the ground. And I was with her at the time, and I was mortified at how she might react to it. We weren't having sex, but how she might react. And she was also kind of as mortified and embarrassed as I was. Now, this is a long time ago, so I'm glad that things are probably better now.
I think so, yeah. Like a lot of any of my friends or family members who would have teenage sons actually would
encourage.
Yeah, like if they're, 18, whatever, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, absolutely. It's happening. So they may as well be safe. And it's interesting actually because I heard someone commenting on it recently, and I think it might have been a professional as well, a healthcare professional. And they were saying that sometimes people look at someone and he didn't look like he would have an STD. There's a lot of miseducation or lack of education out there. So people...
Safe sex isn't just about STDs.
Okay, or he doesn't have a name around the town kind of thing, like he should be okay. You know what I mean?
But you don't know that.
No, absolutely not. There's STDs rampant around Cork. Like chlamydia, gonorrhea,
syphilis.
Crabs, all sorts of things. Like, yeah, because kids are, or not, teenagers are having sex. I mean, they really are. So I actually...
Should a woman carry condoms?
I wouldn't. I have to agree. Now, in fairness, my husband does the laundry, so you're right in that regard. A lot of men are very good these days. But
I'm just on a bit of a pushback crusade at the moment, actually, for men.
Yeah,
more about that later in the week.
Right, you're right.
But
I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't.
You heard Kate saying you have one job, carry a condom, men. Is that commonly believed by women?
I think men should carry condoms. I absolutely do, yeah.
Of course they should, but is a woman promiscuous if she does?
Yeah, I would think. I would have never, ever thought of bringing a condom out. I don't know. Yeah, I agree.
There is that stigma, and it probably shouldn't be that way either, but that, you're a bit kind of slutty if you have condoms, or you put out a little bit if you're giving them, having condoms.
Yeah, you're giving them the pass.
But
that's
so...
still there.
Is it?
I would say so.
Okay. Is it not more acceptable now for women to be looking for sex?
Well, it is, and women are, and women do, and that's great as well if that's what they want.
Whereas years and years ago, if you had a woman who was behaving like that, it probably wouldn't be seen in a very positive light, for want of a better term.
I'd be curious to get the thoughts of people in their 20s, actually. I know certainly Viv and myself were in our late 30s, Viv.
Yes.
Yeah, our generation wouldn't have. I wouldn't have ever.
No, they would have been huge.
Would ever have carried condoms. No, it wasn't a thing at all.
But Kate says that women shouldn't have to. It's a man's job.
I
suppose we have to go in, get the pill, and look after that side of things. So yeah, I do think it's a man's job.
Okay. Let's get some other thoughts on that. Text and comments. Text 0868 104 106.